Vanguardian 650. The legendary motorcycle gang, Hells Angels, allegedly are heading towards Aurora, Colorado. I guess to combat the Venezuelan takeover, migrant takeover of the city in apartment complexes, squatting in people's homes. So the Hells Angels is on the way, ladies and gentlemen. We got one gang active, allegedly. I saw a little small clip on Twitter or X where some motorcycle, allegedly they're supposed to have been the Hells Angels. Allegedly 100 of them on their way. On their way to, I guess, see what's going on up in Aurora, Colorado. I don't know what's happening. I'm hearing reports. You hear all these reports. First of all, let me, the kid, the football player for San Francisco, his name escaped me. I want to say, oh God, I don't want to say his name wrong, but the football player, he's a rookie wide receiver who wears number 14 for San Francisco 49ers. That he was shot in an apparent robbery attempt, and he was shot. Last report that I read that he was allegedly in stable condition. I don't know for sure. I don't know how official it is, but I just want to say, hope he gets well. It's wild out here, folks. Look, if you're getting, don't get in confrontations, man. It's just money, and I know it's tough because you can react a certain way, but these people, some of these people are trigger happy, and you just don't want to get caught up. It's bad enough you get, compromised in a position like that. You're just out enjoying, yourself or whatever, doing what you do. And you have people that just take advantage. They prey on people. They ambush people once they get a certain opportunity, and they're just it's an ongoing issue, ongoing in this, in inner cities, communities, everywhere. And so now you have the migrant situation, and it's been like that for years. Look, migrants been coming here for years. Everyone knows once they get in the United States, there's nothing you can do but offer them the benefits of America. You know what I mean? And all they got to do is hit the shores of America. You can't send them back. You can't do it. If they're fleeing for whatever reason, it seemed like it used to have a political reason why you're fleeing, but I guess it is political reasons why they're fleeing. You know what I mean? These people are opening up their jails and everything, getting these people out the country. And so they're hitting here. Why not? Land of milk and honey. Opportunity. Jobs. Gold. Whatever. It's just how it is. It's happening in Europe, happening in the United States, happening all over. You know what I'm saying? So for years we've been saying, really, for decades, years, about the borders, and people been, that's been a hot button political issue. But yet, now all of a sudden, because of this presidential race, which always happens, that this thing, it's a political football again. You know what I mean? But yet, a lot of these governors, like the governor in Texas, he's sending boatloads all across in these democratic cities. He's sending these migrants to democratic cities. So you got that going on, and you got DeSantis doing the same thing. So just be advised. You watch the news, you know what's going on. Don't have to tell you. You know what I mean? It's in your face every day. So just another thing to deal with. But they refuse to deal with it because that's why it's at the state where it's at now. You know what I mean? You go down the streets, you got immigrants, migrants, they all over the place. Look, I'm all for land of opportunity and all that. But when you start, look, man, we just got to control that border some kind of way. I know it's all fairy tale, but it is what it is. So stop crying about it. Do something about it. Form your elected politician, your elected official to do something about it. That's why they got elected. That's why you voted for them. Put them to work. You know what I mean? Make them earn their paycheck. Hold them accountable. You know what I mean? That's just what you have to do. It's not hard to do it. You got to be active. Because you know how they are once they get in office. They get conformed. They start getting comfortable, and they do the same old thing their predecessors do. You know what I'm saying? They all do it, and it's almost like you're voting for the lesser of two evils, which is not a good thing at all. But that's just how bad the candidates has been this year. So unless you're really plugged in and reading up on these people and seeing what their backgrounds are and what their previous politics has been up until this moment, then you just have to work, you just have to kind of roll with it, hope and a prayer, which is never good, but sometimes it's like that. Now you got the Republicans talking about Kamala Harris capital gains policy as far as tax increase for the multi-rich, the uber rich people, the 1%. So now, they're trying to use that saying, they're going to just generally raise the capital gains tax on every American. It's not true. You have to make millions and abundance of money. You have to have assets that's over $1 million. Assets, investments and stuff like that. So that just lets you know the type of money you have to be making for them to, for this to be implemented, that 40% tax increase. Don't let them fool you with this stuff, man. You know what I mean? Get to know the details of what they're talking about. Get up on game. That's all I can tell you. Because you'll fall for this little, 3-card Marley, the tricks, the political tricks that they do, and they do it all the time. They did the same thing when Obama was talking about this, when he was bringing in his health care, Obamacare. And the Tea Party at that time was talking about, they were trying to defeat it. They're still trying to defeat it. But the Tea Party was talking about, the Obamacare is going to affect your Medicaid and this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? So, and people were talking about they were so misinformed about it. They were talking about, I don't want the government messing with my health care. And I'm like, well, you're getting Medicaid. The government's already involved. You know what I mean? So it's just little things like that that get people stirred up. And so you got to see through all the negative and all the clutter of nonsense until you get the facts and roll with that. And then at least you'll make a decision based on facts and not fairy tales. So it is what it is. But, what can we do, man? What can we do? How was your Saturday? The weekend seemed like they come, but this is a 3-day weekend for me. So, I still grind every day. I still do my thing, my 1, 2, or whatever. So, yesterday was great because I had a light day, and I'm always out in the community. I'm always out and about. So, I've been out in the heat, been out in anything it is, any elements, whatever. I've been going through it. So it was just hot this year, very hot this summer. Continue to be hot. I think next week we get a little break in the 70s, but it's the summer. Well, this is the unofficial end of the summer is Monday, right? Labor Day, but you still got Indian summer. If you're on the East Coast, you know what I'm talking about. So you still had the Indian summer you had to deal with. So then I'm watching football games, and I just don't understand, man. Florida, the Gators, you're playing your arch rival, one of your rivals, in-state rival, big rivalry game against Miami Hurricanes, and you lose like you lost today, 41 points being scored on you, and you're at home. If that coach loses to Miami and Florida State this year, he is done. Neblier, whatever his name is, you're done, buddy. If you lose to Florida State That'll be the last game of the season. But I don't think it too much is expected of his team. But still, that's a hard thing to have on your jacket, on your resume. Losing to Florida State and Miami in the same calendar year. You talk about the recruiting aspect of that? Woo! I mean, the advantages that Florida has, they're the biggest school. And so, they got a recruiting base, but still, man. Still, you can't lose to Miami like that. Not at home. You can't go out like that. Not at all. That's unacceptable. I was over my man's house. He a Florida Gator fan. I was teasing with him. I was like, yo, bro, what's going on? He wanted to turn it off after this first half. I ain't blame him. Offense was putrid until they put the brother in at the end, the true freshman quarterback. Was able to drive him down there and score, but their offense was horrible at Florida. Oh, God, it's terrible. But Miami got a good defense. They got a good team. So, and they were the better team today by far. So, I think Miami's ranked number 19. Florida wasn't even ranked. So, but to lose at home, in front of your home crowd, you know what I mean? Sellout crowd to an in-state rival. I don't know, bro. Coach Nabier. Yeah, I believe it's Nabier. You're on the hot seat, buddy. You're on the clock. It's unfortunate the first game you're on the clock. I know it ain't nothing expected of you this year, but you're on the clock, bro. Nah, that was disgusting performance. Disgusting. The starting quarterback got hurt. It's just all the way around. Just disgusting. Too many penalties, personal fouls, extending drives. Crazy. Then I watched Georgia and Clemson. Clemson, y'all better get your act together, bro. I think y'all still, riding that wave, that championship wave y'all had. Y'all was beating Alabama every other year and all that. But y'all was playing in championships and stuff like that. But that time seems like a distant memory. Trevor Lawrence is not coming through those doors. And I don't know what y'all gonna do, man. First game of the season, losing to Georgia. What was the score? 38-3? 34-3? It wasn't even competitive. And it was nick and tuck in the first half, first quarter and so, but after that, I don't know, Clemson. I don't know. Dabo Swinney. Bro, you better start. You might have to dip in that INL money, man. You talking about you ain't trying to go, hey, bro. Y'all had 30 people from Georgia on that team, and it still ain't help. And usually that's a rivalry, too. You know what I mean? They go back and forth, but I know, Georgia's number one, but it beat like that? So, of course, you had your blowouts the other night. Arkansas beat Arkansas Pine Bluff 70-0. I don't care how small of a school you are in Arkansas Pine Bluff, but there's no way in heck I'm going to let Arkansas. That's embarrassing, bro. I know y'all had to get the check. You got to go on the road. I hope they paid y'all well because that was terrible. 70-0? Did y'all practice? I mean, did y'all have any type of state pride to try to, give a fight? It is what it is, bro. That's it for me. Peace. We'll see you soon. One love.